remember the moment I started digging into financial trends online, and what I discovered felt like a hidden secret nobody was really talking about. When I first saw this data, I couldn't believe it myself, because millions of people were copying trends without asking simple questions about risk. First, I kept wondering why smart people suddenly rush into the same stocks, coins, or strategies just because everyone online seems excited, confident, loud, and certain. So, I started tracking forums, videos, headlines, and comment sections, watching how hype grows faster than evidence and spreads like social proof, wildfire across investors. Now, here's where it gets weird for me, because the louder a trend becomes, the fewer people actually check numbers, risks history, or logic. First, I realized many investors are not really chasing profits. They are chasing reassurance, the feeling that following the crowd somehow makes risky decisions feel safer. My notes kept showing the same pattern. One viral post sparks excitement. Then influencers repeat it until thousands believe missing out would be financial stupidity. I also noticed how fear of missing out quietly pushes people to ignore patience, research, and long-term thinking, replacing strategy with urgency, excitement alone. Sometimes I read comments where beginners admit they barely understand the investment, but buy anyway because everyone else claims profits are guaranteed right now, everywhere. The strange thing I discovered is trends rarely start with careful analysis. They usually start with excitement, storytelling, screenshots, and bold predictions spreading rapidly online. I began asking myself whether people follow trends because they believe them or because being part of a crowd simply feels comforting, exciting, and safe. The more data I studied, the clearer it became that popularity often replaces evidence, turning investing decisions into social behavior rather than careful financial thinking. And honestly, that realization made me question how many viral financial trends are actually opportunities, and how many are just crowds running together blindly forward. So, I dug deeper, trying to understand what really pushes ordinary people, including me, sometimes to trust trending advice faster than slow, boring research. Ever. One pattern kept appearing again and again. When a trend feels popular, our brains treat that popularity like proof, even when evidence barely exists. Yet, if you ask me, there's more to this story than meets the eye because hype often spreads faster than truth, and people rarely question momentum. I noticed influencers repeating the same winning narratives, showing profits, highlighting success, while losses quietly disappear, from timelines making risky bets look simple, easy everywhere. The result is a powerful illusion, where thousands believe everyone else is winning, so joining quickly feels smarter than waiting. Studying, questioning, patiently, first today. But my research kept showing something surprising. The biggest profits usually happen before trends explode online, not after everyone starts celebrating the opportunity publicly everywhere. That means many viral financial trends might actually be late signals, where excitement peaks exactly when risk quietly becomes highest for new investors entering blindly. When I realized this pattern, I started treating hype like a warning sign, asking who benefits from this excitement and who might be buying late. Sometimes I pause and imagine financial trends like crowded doors, where everyone runs toward the same exit without checking whether another safer door exists nearby. That thought keeps me curious because human behavior, not just money, seems to drive markets, turning investing into psychology, stories, emotions, crowds, and narratives everywhere. So, instead of blindly trusting trends, I started asking slower questions like, who started this story, why now, and what happens when excitement suddenly fades? And honestly, the deeper I look, the more financial trends feel like social experiments, revealing how easily crowds influence decisions about risk, money, trust today. So, before the next viral investment trend appears, subscribe and tell me. Do you think people follow trends for profit or belonging, and why?